here to learn about service, sustainability, and community, an introduction to Duluth Superior's Eco Rotary Club. Learn how Duluth Superior's Eco Rotary is putting environmental values into action in our local community. We're here and we'll be joined by the amazing Sakib Mahmud, who will highlight recent initiatives, upcoming opportunities, and ways individuals can connect service, sustainability, and shared purpose for our communities. It's such an honor to have you, Sakib. Let's give a big round of applause, and we'll have a great forum.
Yeah, okay. All right. Now, first of all, good morning. I know it's very cold out there. We are getting, getting out of it. I hope, from today onwards. That's what I'm hearing. Is last 3-4 days quite cold. So anyway, thank you very much for being here, and also the people who are on the Zoom. As Brett mentioned, that I'll be talking about the service, sustainability, and community, introducing our Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club, and I will also share some of my other hats, especially with my connection with the UUCD in the past. I was involved with actually some UUCD interfaith fundraising initiative. A few years ago, it was about the Rohingya crisis, and another one is last year with the Palestine. And I think there are 6 or 7 churches were involved, and we are one of them. And we had that Palestine fundraiser last year at the Peace Church, if I can recall correctly. So anyway, it's a small world, as you know, and I would love to now share what I have about our Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club.
Oh, somehow, maybe there we go.
Okay. All right. So what I will mention first that, Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club is one of those 5 local clubs in our community. When I say in our community, I'm basically talking about Superior and Duluth. And if you look at our Rotary International, motto, Unite for Good. And this is actually perfect, given that what we are experiencing last a couple of weeks, you can say that. And I will touch base on that, how even as interfaith church groups and also as a Rotary, we can contribute or we can help our community. So first, I just want to talk about who we are, okay? So this Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club was founded in year 2008. The concept of a Rotary Club with some sort of like eco spin. So we are combining traditional Rotary service with dedicated environmental stewardship. Okay, given our location, our passion over here about we are close to the largest freshwater, ecosystem over here. And I always tell people by the way, I'm here for more than 10 years now. I always tell people when they come, okay, if you come during the summer or even the winter, take that drive all the way to Grand Marais. Then on the right side, you will see the blue ecosystem, Lake Superior. On the left side, you will see the green ecosystem, the forest, Superior National Forest. And it's one of the quite scenic drive, I must say. So if we look at our mission and the members who are involved in our club, our mission is enhancing and preserving the natural beauty and resources of the Duluth Superior region through hands-on service projects and community engagement. So that's the key. We are trying to involve with our community with hands-on service projects and also that kind of that engagement that we need, especially in today's world. Our members, if we consider like we have members of all walks of life, and all different age groups, you can say that, age cohorts. So we have local business leaders, we have nonprofit professionals, we have civic leaders, we have passionate individuals united by shared commitment to environmental conservation and community improvement. I love to share here both Doug Stevens and Eric Yonke. They're also part of our club. And it looks like they're also the UUCD church congregation members. So I'm very happy to see that. And you can see that even, say, if you look at myself, I'm with the UW Superior. I'm a professor over there. And as I said, I also not only part of the Rotary, but also the interfaith groups, and try to get involved as much as I can. Yeah, I'm with that Islamic Center of Twin Ports, in Duluth. So if you know, so we are part of that interfaith group with UUCD, United Presbyterian Church, and all those churches. Most of, I think there are eight or nine or more than that. We are involved with that interfaith dialogue. So our location matters, of course, as I was mentioning, like why we got ourselves so much dedicated with this kind of activities. Definitely the Lake Superior connection is there, and we are uniquely positioned, as I was mentioning, to protect this invaluable resource for future generations. So when we think about sustainability, we are thinking about this Rotary, our Rotary Club. What we meant by sustainability, if you think about the 3 Ps, we are talking about people, planet, and profit. I'm putting profit at the very end. Because to me, if I look at the quality of life, there's more than that profit. We need the people first. We have to understand the people. We have to be good listeners. We have to be patient. I want to use the word, another P there, 4 Ps. People, planet, profit, and patience. We have to be patient as well. And if we look at our, text, I think in Bible, patience is used more than 70 times. And in Quran, patience, which is in Arabic sabr, is used more than 90 times. So there's a reason why that word is used so many times, because it helps us to reflect, it helps us to think, come up with the right kind of action. Don't take action in haste. Sometimes when you take action in haste, it's all about taking action based on anger rather than using your perspective and listening to other people's perspective. So anyway, this is why I really was looking forward to this talk. When Brett told me that why don't you folks also give a talk at our church, I was just looking forward to it. How we can all make these things work. So there's some pictures, of course, you can see over there, and also the Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club, we have a website. So I will encourage all of you to use or check that website. Just give a search, Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club, and I will share the link as well later, and I can forward it to Brett later on. So you folks can get more information about us. So what kind of activities we do? We have a community environmental action. You can see that there's a first picture. We have the Adopt a Highway, that we regular cleanup of local roadways, and we have a signage there, Adopt a Highway, Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club. We also try to get involved with zero waste events, staffing recycling stations at community event. If you look at the second picture, it is actually during the Harvest Fest. So we have a table there, we have that educational flyers, and in the back you can see those recycling, those boxes over there to make sure people understand and get some, especially the younger generation, gets a hands-on experience right away. Okay, what is about recycling, repurpose, and all those R's that's out there. But actually, your action matters. Small, even that it can start small, but when you aggregate, it can have a bigger impact. And we also believed in sustainable event planning with zero waste theme. We in fact hosted a Paul Harris dinner. If you know about who is Paul Harris, you can check like Rotary and Paul Harris. He's the one who started the Rotary from Chicago, in, what is the year? I'm trying to remember, 1905 or something? Something like that, 1905. But anyway, look at that Rotary now. It's more than 1.2 million members. And being a Rotarian, the beauty of being a Rotarian is Rotarian is like, it's like just like the doctors without borders, engineers without borders, Rotarians are without borders. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, whether you're from USA, Canada, Australia, Ghana, Cameroon, India, Sri Lanka, doesn't matter. You are a Rotarian. That's what matters. So that is the beauty, and that's one of the reasons I got hooked up as well. Because as I said, I always look for quality of life rather than quantity. Okay, what makes other people happy? If other people are happy, I'm also happy. That also, one of the thing that ideology I have. But anyway, we also create educational programs, raising environmental awareness through speakers and community engagement. You can see the third picture is a couple of our Rotarians, and the corner is actually my son, who is now in grade 11. He's really took interest in the community service, and he now in grade 11 at Marshall School. But what I'm trying to say is like, this is what we're looking for, intergenerational. Look at the age group over there, and look at that. This is the beauty. This is what we want in our community, intergenerational activities, community engagement. We also involved with habitat restoration, invasive species removal under the conservation projects. For example, we have that tree planting and ecosystem rehabilitation through the Twin Ports region. We also work with Duluth Incline, thanks to Doug Stevens over here. He's also, he's heavily involved, and you probably know the history. Maybe, of course, definitely Doug can share more. And we got also involved with the Lake Superior Zoo and also local natural areas to restore native ecosystem. And as I said, if you look at the group here, it's all age group, people from all walks of life, people from different professions. It's all about enjoying what you're doing. And even if it is a small thing, you might be thinking some of the, cleaning up and it's highways, but hey, this is all about, feel-good factor, okay? I also believe in that feel-good factor, and also pay it forward. We always be thankful, grateful. My own experience with the COVID period taught me that we should be grateful for, even we are breathing, we are alive. We should be grateful for everything what we have. And that's what our religious text also telling us, patience, and also trying to be grateful all the time. Talking about impact, our club also had an impact on a global environmental project, tree planting project in Tanzania. It is actually an area which is dealing with lots of environmental issues. And if you know about Monduli Zoo, Arusha region, it's actually close to a Maasai village in Tanzania. And we worked with, we applied it, and we got help, also support from our other 4 local Rotaries. We got the grant, and right now, this is the update. Around 600 trees already planted, and you can see they're planted around the schools. So you are involving the younger generation about sustainable forestry, sustainable education, and how we can turn around the soil erosion, deforestation, and also how to value the ecosystem. Sometimes you cannot put value. Sometimes it's difficult. I'm actually an environmental economist. We do some valuation studies, of course, how to put value on the standing trees over there. How much you're willing to pay to keep these trees. So we use that number to create awareness among the people. If the trees are gone, the water, retention, soil, nutrition, all this would be affected. Even the wind capacity, if there's a strong wind, you can imagine. So if you think about this is a gift from Mother Nature, the gift from God, if you think also that way. And we have to appreciate that, we have to take care of it. So the question is, okay, if through this education, I'm not saying that we have to, of course, put every time we have to put dollar values, but hey, it should come from within. Why I should think about dollar values, So that's what I also want to do. Besides my role as an environmental economist, I'm also an ecological economist, where the ecological economists go actually farther. Before even doing valuation, why shouldn't we just decide how many trees we should keep in this community, and then work towards it and think about the equity aspect as well. That is ecological economics. Environmental economics is more about valuation. When there's no market for these trees, how can you put value on those markets so people become aware about the value of these trees? So anyway, you can see these pictures, and as I said, when I see the smiles on the people, that makes me happy. And another thing that you see, the trees that were purchased are from one of the group is actually Hifadhi Mazingira Women's Group. So we are involving the women, children, you can think about the schools, the children, the teachers, all those people, community leaders, you name it. So this is what we want. This is what we are talking about, intergenerational, involvement, so that we can pass it on the baton like a 4 into 100-meter relay race. We can pass the baton from next generation after that generation, and it goes on. It should be sustainable. I think that is the key. Whatever we do, it should be sustainable. So our club, besides those projects, we also involved with guest speakers of people from different professions who are not only trying to do something for our community, but also trying to do something in terms of sustainability, not only in their workplaces, but also in their community. So you can see the wide variety of people. You can see the chancellor of UMD is there. You can see the director of Duluth Symphony Orchestra. You can see the person who wrote, he's a historian. He wrote lots of books about Duluth Superior history. And we also have a person in the corner who is actually with the Rotary Foundation, giving like ideas like how we can contribute more. So learning is another thing. I believe in lifelong learning. I inculcate that not only to my students, my family, but also the people around me. And I always tell myself, we can learn even at the, learning doesn't end. Let's put it that way. So this is what we believe in. How can we educate ourselves? And how can we let people know, how we can help you, that kind of thing. So we also arrange field trips. And this is very educational, I would say, and a couple of our Rotarians are making sure that we're having these field trips and workshop, and we can learn from these trips, one can say. And especially one, I think you probably guess which places here we are talking about from the picture, but in the corner, that is also interesting, like, those plastics are recycled and made into keychains and other items in the corner. I think it was, trying to remember, it is in Proctor, this place. But anyway, I'm trying to remember. I can't recall from my memory. But it is one of those one that you should check in Proctor Recycling. Maybe the Google can also help. Just type, recycling Proctor facility, and then it will show up. And of course, you can see some of those places where we are also asking those questions about something to do with not only that, conservation efforts, energy conservation, environmental stuff, but also questions that matters, how it will help our community overall. So whenever we go to these field trips, workshops, we ask these, questions. We seek for those kind of questions, answers, so that we can learn and we can pass that knowledge to others. We go with the Fun Foods initiative. It's only our fundraising effort. We decided, like, let's have something like fundraising in such a way that we'll have fun, and we'll share foods from based on whatever we know, using our culinary skills. Let's put it that way, and you can see from the pictures, that's how we try to congregate. We meet, we enjoy the camaraderie, and try to raise funds for different projects through our club. And you can see sometimes we have those games, the Jeopardy game, in the top corner on the on the right side, I think, or the right corner. So we also have this kind of games activities when we have this fundraising event. So that's why the word Fun Foods. And we were actually mentioned in the Rotary International magazine. So somebody picked up what we are doing, and we were featured in Rotary International magazine. Means it goes all over the world, this magazine. So we were in January 2025 issue. Not only our Rotary Club is mentioned, but look at that, Lake Superior is pictured over there. And the sunset, right? Isn't it beautiful, right? So you have that Duluth, Minnesota. Of course, in the top, you can see Duluth, Minnesota is mentioned. It talk about before a bit of Duluth, and then our club, and that big picture along with it. So people came to know also Duluth, and also, of course, the club. But who knows, we might be, this picture is also helping us people to explore our area, try to check, okay, wow, this is such a beautiful place. I just want to check this out and this area, right? And enjoy this beautiful scenery or beautiful moment. We are contributing, right, in that sense. So how we are different, as I said, we are environmentally minded. We are professional yet relaxed, casual atmosphere with meaningful conversation and real connections. Flexible and accessible. Yes, I would say that we're still working on it, how to make sure that we can make people comfortable, especially young professionals and young families. Let's put it that way. Because when people are starting their young family, I can think about myself and my wife. It is not easy with your kids and all, and you have to become a juggler, like in circus, how to juggle all those things. And you don't want to throw, you want to keep all that balls that you're juggling, you know, and how to do it efficiently. No, there's nothing efficient, there's nothing like perfectionist. I also learned that we cannot try for perfectionism. We can only do our level best, because world is not perfect. So why we want to become perfect? And that put us in lots of stress when you try to try for perfectionism. But we can do one thing: you can do your level best, so that there are no regrets moving forward. You know, so this is one area we are working on, and we are talking with our current members, also the future members, how we can help. As I said, we are project oriented, and the challenges that I want to highlight, of course, in today's world, of course, I will also talk about, by the way, in the very end, last 2 weeks, what is happening. But right now, of course, I'm talking about considering what the challenges we are facing as a Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club, besides what is happening in our communities last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, especially in Twin Cities. But of course, climate change is there, whether you believe in science or not, people are experiencing it, you know, and you cannot deny that, you know. And somehow Mother Nature and God is probably telling us something, and we have to take that message into consideration. We have to talk about the environmental justice, of course, ensure equitable access to clean air, water, and natural spaces, which is also important. It's not about me will control everything. No, it's all about sharing. Just think about it. If you don't even ask your neighbor how he or she is doing, you shouldn't expect that they will also ask you the same question. You know, it's just like I think it that way. How you throw the frisbee or the boomerang. If you throw it nicely, it comes back to you nicely. If you throw it hard, it will come back to you hard. So it is all about what kind of example you're setting, what kind of actions you are taking, so that people take knowledge of that. And I use the word patience a lot, and trying to be a good listener. And that's what I also learned. When I was young, I may not be that kind of in good with listening, but I realized as I move forward, you have to listen to other sides. Maybe sometimes give the other sides the floor first, and then you can say your thing. Okay, but first try to give the other side that opportunity to share their thoughts, and then when they see that you listen to them, then they will listen to you. And you never know, sometimes you have some common thing that you can work on, even the people you thought they will not agree with you at all. So anyway, that's why I was trying to say this, because the third bullet talks about political division. It's not only about environmental issues, but of course in today's what we are seeing, especially in USA last 2 weeks, it's more than that. Not only environmental issues, but other things are affecting us. Economic pressures are there, of course, balancing conservation with community livelihoods, and burnout, apathy is also one of the things. So how we can make sure that we can sustain, that is the key. How to sustain the long-term sustainability work involving intergenerations, you know, that's the goal. And I think nothing is impossible. That's what I believe in. I told you, I don't want to be perfectionist, but I want to work to my level best. And I also believe that my own experience, or maybe you can say, when you strive hard for something, somehow God or Mother Nature will open a door for you. And you'll be surprised how it happened. That's why the word gratitude is very important. So how EcoRotary makes a difference: protect and restore local ecosystems, build bridges across political and social divides through shared service. As I said, like when I do those community projects, I'm not asking people what they do, what kind of work they have, what kind of family they have, what community they represent, what religion they represent. No, we are all working together. Remember, Rotarians without borders. So we are just have a shared service, and the Rotary motto is service above self. So that's how I can see that sometimes you have built that friendship, and then you try to, maybe sometimes it happens when you have that kind of rapport, that trust relationship, people then open up, they share their thoughts, their ideas, and then you find out, hey, I can help you, your community, I have some ideas for you. And then they remember, and they also come up with something for my community where I came from, or my workplace. So you never know, that kind of friendship I'm talking about, and it's possible. And model sustainable practices that inspires others to act. That's of course important, and create a supportive community where environmental actions feels achievable, not overwhelming. I think most of the time the push comes that, hey, it is overwhelming. I don't have time for this. The question is, as I say, time, of course, important. We all have 24 hours. But can we do something that where we can build on whatever we have, and focusing on that 3 P's I mentioned, right? People, planet, profit, and I will add the fourth one, patience. Maybe when we don't have that patience working for us, we feel overwhelmed. Okay, take a deep breath. Be grateful what you have, and close your eyes. You never know, you might have a solution out there. Okay, so that's what I tell people, and hope this will also resonate with our, not only our community, but beyond our community. How you can get engaged with us, come and see what we do. We are having our next meeting this Tuesday, January 27th at 5 p.m. Blackwoods, Duluth, not far from here. So if you can make time, just drop by, see what we do. Okay, and of course I will share my email contacts, and of course Duluth Superior Eco Rotary, there's a website, there's also an email contacts information there. But I will also share with Brett, so that if you have any question, just reach out to me, or maybe I can just reach out to me. Okay, also directly, no problem. It doesn't, And volunteer for project. You don't have to be a member. Just join in one for service project. See whether you have that feel good factor. Just experience. Don't worry about, oh, I'm not sure about, I'm involved with this thing, that thing. Now a Rotary, Sakib talked about it, but hey, I'm not sure. But I'm not saying that you have to be a member right away on Tuesday. Just come, attend a meeting, join some more service project. Maybe take, in fact, a year to decide. We don't mind. It's all about all your happiness, quality of life. If you are happy, we are happy. And ultimately, if it all works, you might say, yes, I want to be part of it. And I also encourage my wife to join, or my husband to join, or my son to join. And that's what we are talking about, intergeneration, the family. Network, of course, networking is there. Learn, as I mentioned. Stay grounded. I think this is the key word area that I try to, maybe I'm thinking about sharing with our club members in the future. We have to stay grounded. We have to find hope and purpose through collective action. It's not only about the projects we are doing, but what is happening to our community, because we are part of the community, right? So we have to remember that. So this is our website, duluthsuperiorEcoRotary.org. We meet on 2nd and 4th Tuesday at 5 p.m. This is our meeting, but as I said, you don't have to come to the meeting. You can just email me or anybody from the Duluth Superior Eco Rotary Club. There's a common Rotary email. Ask them about service projects. Of course, our website will have information, but if you want to just join a service project, not coming to the meeting because you don't have time at 5 p.m., we understand people are busy. That's why we want